Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Whatever Show. It is Friday, and therefore it is Fucked Up Friday. I'm Lawrence Winterman.
I am Dana Dubois, and that's my best friend.
That's my best friend, and this is our last show before we go on our summer break. Next
That's
week,
that's right.
no
And
shows Monday through Thursday. We will be back with you next Friday with Fucked Up Friday again, and it's going to be like that throughout the remainder of the summer.
I know, Lawrence, life is so overflowing that I haven't really had time to process. And I'm like, this is a little bit of an end of an era. I mean, not really. We'll be back in a week, but life is about to shift. And like most really big life shifts, I find, at least for me, I either don't know that it's the last time when it happens, or I'm so overloaded that I don't have time to process it. And that's a weird way to go through life. I don't know if I'm alone in that.
No, I have a feeling that's called being human, and we all experience life like that. I mean, how often do you know something is like the last of something, or the first of something, or whatever?
Right?
It's like that philosophy that is equally terrifying and inspiring. That's like count how many Saturdays you realistically have left in your life. What do you want to do with your remaining,
Yeah.
500 Saturdays? And it's like, ah.
Oh, that makes me want to vomit. Yeah, don't frame it like that. Um, but yeah, I think of of a lot with parenting of like when I changed my last diaper, I did not know I was changing my final diaper. When I carried, presumably it would have been Nico, my second for the last time, and set her down. I didn't know that was the last time I'd like carry my child.
Right.
And if I had known, I probably would have like fallen into ribbons on the ground. And then there are other times when I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, this is ending. Like if I, when I've left jobs and things, I'm just like, I'm so fucking spent. Good. And I leave. And then it's a long time later until I can miss and appreciate what I left. But here we are right now. And it's not quite the same thing because it's a pause, right? It's only for a few months and it's still one day a week. So we're still going to be doing it. And I'm absolutely certain it's the right thing we need for our own creative powers. And
Yes.
and we're going to come back in a way better way, in a way better space. I know I need the rest. Like this getting by on 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night for over a year is, I think, maybe caused permanent brain damage.
No big whoop, just permanent brain damage.
Well, it happened when I breastfed two babies too. Like I came out far more whole as a human and also far dumber. I mean, like I have read about this that the lack of sleep in that era of one's life can like permanently impact your cognition. And I'm like, they were worth it. What are you
I
gonna do?
Yeah, I before I realized I had sleep apnea, I had a string of really terrible night sleep. I was perpetually exhausted, and
Yeah.
I do think that I lost a certain je ne sais quoi during that time period because,
Your brain cells, je ne sais quoi.
yeah, enough brain cells perished during that time period that, so
Yeah.
Jason Gale is asking, so from here on out, it's just Fridays. Yes, yes. So
Just through the summer. But
until
yes.
mid-September, and we're saying mid-September because we don't know exactly precisely which week in September. But
Yeah.
yes,
It'll be after Labor Day and after I get my child launched into college. And I'm not sure the date on when that will be yet, but it will involve air travel and emotions and, you know, need to be present for all of that. So
yes.
likely the middle week in September.
And apparently, we're not broadcasting on Facebook right now, and it's unfixable. And so I'm just going to leave it alone and
Oh,
be here for this moment. So
okay. How did you even figure that out? Because nobody's ever on our Facebook.
there's just a red exclamation mark in StreamYard on Facebook saying, an error occurred on Facebook. This is usually temporary. Wait a moment and try again. I've tried like 10 times and it's not working, so fuck you, Facebook. Fuck you.
Or right. Maybe they took a cue from from Substack and they were like, let's make this really complicated and hard and people might not do it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Or Zuckerberg is just pissed because, Elon Musk just became a trillionaire. Or, oh no, I'm sorry, he's only got $970 billion. He needs another 30 billion to officially become a trillionaire.
Oh, this is the little sad violin player. Should we do a GoFundMe to help get
Oh,
him over the line?
right.
I'll
Poor
set it
dear.
up.
Uh, hey, Elon, if you could convince Trump to actually end the war and not just keep pretending to end the war, the stock markets would go back up and you could be a trillionaire.
Yeah, that on that happy note, should we bring our amazing guest on?
Of course we should, because it's the incredible Ellie Leonard.
What?
Hello. I was
Hi,
sitting back
Ellie.
listening to your stories of like The Last of, and I don't think I'm of that mentality yet because so I have 4 kids. I think most people know that. But like when we got to the last kid in potty training and like how long it took him, he was stubborn. He would sit on the toilet for 45 minutes at a time and just sit there with his arms crossed and do nothing and then get up and immediately like pee his pants. Like we got rid of those diapers so hard. There was no emotion attached to it.
Right.
Like here's side story. I'm sure everybody really wants to know this story, but probably not.
That
When we moved,
Wow.
because he needed that transition to potty train. When we moved, you sell your house, you clean it, you shampoo the carpets, you like get it ready for the next person. We're leaving the house, physically getting in the moving van. He pulled down his pants and pooped on the carpet. And like it was everything had been fresh and clean. And he just like pulled down, pooped on the carpet right as we're walking out the door of this house that
Oh,
we have just sold. And so we have family pictures, because we took family pictures in front of the house, and he's like has no pants on. He's completely bottomless, naked from the waist down. And those are our leaving the house family pictures of our kid pooping on the rug. So we got rid of those diapers,
wow.
did not turn around, had no emotions attached to it. We're just like, get out of here. And it was the best,
Freaking-
it was
That's
a good moment.
I can't
that
wait till
is
you tell his prom date, that story.
I know. He's probably
uh,
proud of it.
seriously. This is gross, but do you have a picture of the poop on the carpet? Like,
No,
did you
I
go?
don't. I don't. I was
Okay,
like,
okay.
no! But
I
we do
would have
have a
done that.
family
I would have
picture.
been like, and here's the picture that we're going to show to your future prom date.
We have him on the toilet because he had a period. There was a lot of kids who were into Peppa Pig. He was
Okay.
really into this guy named Steve and Maggie, which I don't know if anybody watched, but it was a really great kids show that started on YouTube that was an English teacher, and his whole job was to teach English to the children of nationals who were like all over the world, who were like staying in England, but they were from other countries. And so he was teaching English as a second language to children. So he made this really beautiful YouTube show with puppets, and my son was obsessed with it. But when kids watch British shows, they periodically become British for a while. So we have a video of him on the toilet going, I can't poop, I can't. And we play that for him. He loves that video. We play it for him all the time.
That's amazing.
That is
And
truly incredible. Oh
I
my
don't
God.
think my kids watched a lot of they watched a lot of Charlie and Lola, a show that I don't think people it
That
was a
one.
British
Yeah.
I'm Charlie, this is my little sister Lola. So that they all started the same way. Yeah, they were very
like
British.
bananas, lots of bananas around the house. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had all
Oh,
that.
I don't know that
Now it's Bluey, so everybody's Australian.
Oh my gosh. I don't think my kids ever picked up the accent though, but that's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny how like I see someone in the chat, Jason said like the happiest day of his life is when his kid came in and said that he, pooped on the potty or whatever. And you're like, the most mundane things in the world are the most extraordinary things in the world when your kid does it, right?
Yes. Because they create routines like so quickly, and then all of a sudden they're like, that's not my routine anymore. I made a new routine. And there's no reason for it, and it's usually something awful and that you have to deal with for the next 6 to 8 weeks, and makes no sense, and generally has to do with the bathroom. My youngest, his thing was when we would every day be like, do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need to go to the bathroom? And we lived kind of, we were in a rural area. So if we had to go into town, it was a little bit of a drive. He's like, no, I don't have to go. And every time we would go to Target, he would poop in the car on the way to Target. And because he liked, I guess, getting his butt changed in the bathrooms at Target. So he would poop in the car on the way to Target every time. And it was like a routine that I hated so badly, like so badly. And we would, and I washed his car seat 1,000 times because we're like, you don't need diapers anymore. You're a big boy. And it was like another 18 months. It was awful.
Oh my God. You're making me really happy that my kids were in daycare, even though I mourned it at the time and was like, I want to be
Yeah.
home with my kids.
I know.
Like when I look back on those days, I'm like, I don't, they did a lot of the heavy lifting. And
Yes,
I
I
kind of
know.
feel like an asshole for saying that. And I'm also like,
No,
oh, thank
I
God.
always
They
told
got peer
my husband,
pressured into it.
yeah, I told my husband, I was like, I want to be stupid wealthy so that I can have like a bus stop nanny. Just that would be their whole job is they get up and they take the kids to the bus stop, or a school lunch nanny. A school lunch nanny who just makes their sandwiches in the morning, because I love my children, but my love language is not making lunches in the morning. I deeply, deeply dislike that activity. And so I said I could just hire somebody and waste money and just hire them for making lunches and taking them to the school bus. That would make me the happiest person in the world.
Maybe that person just shows up at your house with pre-made lunches
Yes.
and escorts the kids to the bus stop, and like you just wave them out the door.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, Felicia. Make
Is
sure
there
they
like a
get
high
their...
school or a college kid you could pay like a small
I wouldn't
stipend?
trust anybody. At the time, it was like we had such horrible blizzards and we had to go on the highway to go to the bus stop. I probably wouldn't have wanted anybody to drive my children, but it was a little terrifying.
Ah, that makes different sense. You know, one thing I love about the show is we literally never know what we're going to end up talking about until we get on the show. And I did not know this morning we'd be talking about pooping in the potty and making school lunches. I still make school lunches for my high schoolers. My daughter graduates next week, and I will still make her lunches on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, and she won't eat sandwiches. She has to have hot food. And my younger one will only eat sandwiches. So
you're a nicer mother than I am. I'm like, hot lunch, kids. Here's your ticket.
Yeah, well, there's no lunch at my older daughter's school, so we can't do that. It's a small school. Oh my gosh, though, Ellie, how have you, other than all of these child trials and tribulations, things are exploding for you on Substack. I think we're one of like 4 lives you're doing today. Is that right?
I know. I was telling Lawrence, like, I think they all just sort of bottleneck on a Friday. So they're just like, you know, when I have sort of a low key week, I don't always announce it because I'm like, we don't need to fill that up. That's fine. It can stay low key. But I think on Friday, everybody just is kind of like, what are you doing Friday? What are we doing Friday? And so we kind of shove a bunch of stuff in right before the weekend. So yes, I have lives going until 10 o'clock tonight, which I'll take a little break when my kids get home. But it's a busy day. It's been a very busy week news-wise, especially for some of the stuff that I write about. There have been lots of depositions, and, you know, Bill Gates and all these people are coming forward and telling their truth. And so there's been a lot of discussion, a lot of writing, and I am very, very glad it's Friday.
I bet. And can you shout out where you'll be later? Let's do a little hype moment. You're here to start your day, which we're thrilled with, 10 a.m. Eastern. Yes. And then you're on with God.
I'm talking to God at what time? 2, and then I'm talking to Waj at 3:15. I have some phone calls scheduled in there, but they will not be online. And then at 9 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be continuing on reading the Sarah Kellen depositions from the Epstein files, so that everybody can just see what's in the Epstein files and be better informed.
I love it. I will sneak a peek for all of you. For the summer, we do have Waj coming back to the Daily Whatever show. So tell him hello. He is amazing. I can't wait to hear more about the Strait of Hummus. The way he says that in his voice is very funny. And we have a deep, abiding dream to get God on the show, because I really just want to say, are you there, God? It's me, Dana. Like, what?
That was the first thing I said to him when I was like, are you there, God? It's me, Ellie. And I was like, he has to get this. He has to get this reference, please.
Yeah, if he doesn't, he has no business calling himself God.
He did. He got it.
Yeah. I love that you got to tell God, like, no, I'll be on your show, but Waj asked me first, so.
I totally did.
Lawrence, I seem to remember years ago, there was I don't even remember what the fight was, but there was something, and you came out of it. Like we had like a bit of a
I know exactly what it was.
Okay, and at the end of it, you said if God and Dana are in disagreement, I'm going to side with Dana from now on. But you got to
Aw.
say to God that I gotta pick Wash.
Yeah. No,
That's funny.
I can tell you. Do you want
Yeah,
to
what
know?
was it? Yeah, yeah,
Your ex-husband
yeah.
was in a band,
Yes.
and there was some issue with somebody else in the band and the band manager,
Oh, is this the
and
Lynn thing?
he was siding with
Oh,
them, and
oh,
I said, no,
yes,
no, listen to me. You're Dana's husband. Your job is to side with Dana. If Dana and God, I was like, here's the deal. I know if Dana and God got into a fight, I would side with Dana. That's your job. You do that
yes.
too now. And he
That
was like, I think
manager
I just
was,
learned something from you today. And I was like, you're damn right you did.
yeah, she was, uh, yeah, I'm only going to say her first name, Lynn. I almost just blurted out her name, and I kind of would because I have very few grudges in this world, but they last forever. And her husband is kind of big in
Uh,
music here in Seattle as a booker. So anyone in Seattle listening who's tangential to music will know who Lynn is probably. And yeah, dead to me. Still, all these decades later, 2 decades later. Thank you for that walk down memory lane, Lawrence.
Hmm.
And with that, I think we should talk about the news. Because I know we each have some very compelling stories for our Fucked Up Friday stories.
yeah.
And I know it's been a big Epstein week. And
Yes.
that's you're kind of into that, I've heard, Ellie. You're sort of
Oh,
interested.
Right.
I
Does she
mean, yes.
even want to talk about it right now, though, is the
I
question.
know. Well, I thought about picking an Epstein story because there was, there was this CNN interview with a guy named Daniel Syed, and ridiculous that he even allowed there to be an interview because it just shows the level of narcissism that he thought it was going to make him look good to go on an interview. This is a guy who's like a headhunter for small models for Jean-Luc Brunel, who killed himself in jail, and Epstein, who probably killed himself in jail. Like,
Oh, God.
and I was just like, I didn't, the video's online, people can go watch it. It's ridiculous, but I was like, nope, I'm picking something a little lighter this week. So I picked something non-Epstein related.
Okay. Well, should we start with our pitches? And then if we have time left at the end, maybe we can get your point of view on some of the
Yeah.
Epstein things. Is that
Okay.
where we want to, is that where we want to go with it? A and B. The guest gets to pick where you go, first, second, or third.
I'm gonna go
Sometimes
third.
there is, you want to go third. You want to be last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. So I can read this over one more time.
You have a really good one today, Lawrence. Hold on, I'm sharing to Substack on the Daily Whatever account that we're live.
Yeah, I can go first.
I kind of feel like you should go first. The other funny thing that's fucked up in a very small way is since yesterday, my external monitor that I'm looking at here to read on, it looks like, when you use that super vivid warm filter and everything gets blasted out,
Yeah.
like on your iPhone, it looks like that, but like 3 or 4 times worse. So it's really hard to read. So I think that means my monitor is dead, right? Like I
I,
can't,
I'm just gonna say that maybe it's time to get a new monitor. Yeah.
this monitor is not old. I'm
Oh,
like, is this like planned obsolescence? I think it's like only a year or two old. That would be annoying to have to replace it already.
that is annoying. Yeah.
Thanks, late stage capitalism. But I will try to read the best I can when it's time for mine. And Lawrence, though, I think yours, like you had,
Yours is compelling.
we were texting about this morning, the topics this morning, and you were like, I'm going to do this. No, wait, I'm going to do this. Wait, something just broke. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Can
No,
you
this
walk
is
through, like, snapshot the first two? Because I think they at least get a blip.
yeah. So the first one is that the Trump administration has been commanded to reestablish the LGBTQIA teen helpline, right? And
Good.
so that helpline is back online, but they are covered by the executive orders from the Trump administration, which means that they are gagged from talking about trans issues. So the trans teen helpline is not able to talk about trans issues or acknowledge trans issues with the people who call. So there's thing number one,
I
right?
have 2 of these. You kids can call me.
Right,
You know,
right.
Mhm.
I'll be your
Thing
mom.
number two was Similarly, the Veterans Administration has now been gagged from talking about or even offering abortion as a healthcare choice for women in the Veterans Administration. And so
Mhm.
women veterans are who find themselves pregnant and have complications are literally not allowed to talk about their options with their
Schmushmortion.
doctors at the VA. So it
Like,
is, kind of a similar thing. They're gagged by the Trump administration. They literally can't hear about, and so they're being sued. Partly, one of the plaintiffs is a woman veteran who is currently
mhm.
pregnant and would like to be able to talk to her doctors about her choices. But the thing that I went with is this,
Yeah,
which
those
is
are the
that yep,
side notes, you
those are
guys.
the right.
Side
Those are the
notes.
side notes.
Mhm.
The thing that really sent a shiver down my spine when I saw it breaking this morning is yesterday in Ohio, FBI agents. So I'm going to read you the first paragraph or so of the FBI agents on Thursday raided the Cleveland offices of the Ohio Organizing Collaborative, a pro democracy organization that helps register voters in the state. Here's my parenthetical primarily low income African American voters.
Of course.
Agents also fanned out across the state, showing up at the homes of group leaders, staff members, carrying subpoenas, and seeking information and electronic devices. So, you wanted to know if they were going to fuck with the elections, the midterms this year? The answer is yes. They are already starting. They are doing things like targeting voter registration groups in Ohio, a key state where former Senator Sherrod Brown has a really good chance of reclaiming his job as senator, except for shenanigans like this. So this is my choice for today. FBI raids on pro democracy voting organizations.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. There's no sure sign that you are bankrupt of ideas and have no plan for the future of America when rather than having more people vote, you literally try to stop people from registering to vote. You try to stop people voting. Fuck you, GOP. Fuck you,
Mhm.
Trump. Fuck you, FBI.
Indeed.
Yes.
Lawrence, I
Devastating.
I couldn't tell from what you wrote. Did they show up at the facility or did they show up at people's homes? Because it
Both. They showed up at the Cleveland offices of the Ohio Organizing Collaborative, and then they fanned out across the state and showed up at the homes of group leaders and staff members with subpoenas seeking phones. So imagine you work for this organization, someone knocks on your door and says, I need to confiscate your phone. And you
like
are legally required, due to subpoena, to hand your phone over to the FBI because you work for a voter registration group.
Wow.
I assume the ACLU is all over this.
Honestly, I think it's so
There's
early in the breaking news cycle that we don't know how it is being pushed back against yet.
Mhm.
I don't see any indication of that in the article, but I don't know.
my God.
Which is
Sorry,
going to
Ellie.
intimidate people. Well, I was just going to say it's going to intimidate people further from working as volunteers for
Yep.
voting, which is already, I mean, they've already received death threats in the last couple elections. Like, I mean, that is now life and limb to do that job.
Yep. Yeah. Robert on the YouTube chat is saying, what judge signed those subpoenas? That's a great question, Robert.
That is a really
Probably
good
not a
question.
very liberal one.
Hmm.
No, there's no matter where you fall politically, the right to vote and register people to vote should be inviolate. That should be
Hmm.
unfuckwithable.
Yeah.
That cannot be that is it is a deeply American right to have access to voting. Period.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I'm sure they're justifying it as well, they're getting the illegals to register, or I don't even know what goes through the head of people who claim to be patriots and
Hmm.
then are but voter suppression, harassing people who are volunteering or working for these kinds of organizations. Sounds good with me. I
Right.
can't even get into that headspace. And I am not a rah-rah patriot, but no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Yeah,
Really sad.
Jennifer HHJ says Husted lives in her neighborhood. So Husted is the guy who is the Republican running for Senate against Sherrod Brown.
Mm.
And she says he and his wife are pieces of trash. I'm not
Oh,
surprised. A Republican piece of trash? I'm shocked.
that's weird. Hold on, this is my surprised face.
Right.
I'm working on it.
I think it's really devastating because, like, not only are you making it difficult for people to actually come to the polls, right? If there's fewer poll workers, it makes it less safe for you to come to the polls to actually vote. But then they're also messing with the mail-in ballots for people who can't make it to the polls, whether if they're disabled or they just can't, they're too far from a polling location. It deals with poverty. So they're just making it overall harder to vote in any realm. And generally for the people who they don't want to vote anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and yesterday I was watching Ms. Now, and there was a piece about I don't remember his name, the new guy who's been nominated for DNI because, Trump actually had pressure and changed his mind. Bill Pulte was the nominee. He got pulled, and the new guy is, I don't know. I don't
remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
He basically showed up on Squawk Box on CNBC and started, which is a show about the markets. He's a federal judge from Manhattan. He shows up on a show about stock markets and says, well, there seems to be a lot of stink in the California voting process. And the hosts of Squawk Box were like, well, one, why are we talking about that? And two, what do you mean? They're voting by mail. They voted by mail for decades now. What are you talking about?
Right.
And then he got and shockingly, he then got nominated to be the new DNI. So, it just seems like people are auditioning for their jobs by claiming voting fraud, right? And there's nothing weird about the way California is counting their votes. They've literally, this is a West Coast thing. Washington, Oregon, California all vote by mail. They've done it for decades.
It's magical.
It is magical and amazing, and the one shitty thing is that you have to wait a couple days after the election for all the votes to be counted because, I don't know, everybody, including me, turns their ballot in at
the last minute.
5 p.m. on, in the ballot drop box on election day. Come on.
Yeah.
Just be rational.
Right. And it's actually, it's this really sweet thing that there's a giant drop box in front of the library in my part of town. And on election day, all the last minuters, we all come up and we cheer each other on and we put our thing in the slot. It's fun. And I'm
glad it's still there. And I'm glad it didn't get pulled out of the ground,
Not yet.
Pulled out of the ground where I was living.
Oh my God, not yet.
Yeah, that was psychotic.
Anyone who's saying that doesn't work well is not, I don't know. It's not part, we either all need a national paid holiday for election day where we can all go queue up. If they want to pay me to do that and get me transported there and childcare if people need it. And I'll wait. You can pay me to wait in line to vote if you must, but sure is a lot easier for me to walk my dog to the little box.
I gotta say, being here in Indiana and having to do it the old-fashioned way now, where you go check in at the place and then they, I was like, you guys don't understand. Your ballot shows up 3 weeks before election day or 4 weeks before election day with the voter pamphlet with all the candidates.
Yeah.
And then you have time to sit in your living room and Google the people that you're voting for and read the voter pamphlet and make up your mind in the privacy of your own home. And you mark your ballot and you seal it up and you sign it. And then you either mail it, and it's postage paid, or at least it used to be.
I think it's still postage paid.
Or you drop it into a collection box, and it is dead simple. It is so easy.
Yeah, and it works. It's how we've voted here for ages.
Those states have super high turnout rates because you can vote by fucking mail.
Yeah. It is the democratic way of doing it. And I love it. I have photos when my babies were babies. I have a picture of my firstborn in my lap and us are penciling in together for Obama.
Yeah.
And
I had a newborn in a front pack when we went and voted for Hillary. And I remember thinking nobody's here. I'm here with a newborn. Where are you people? Show up.
Right. If
Yeah.
I can get my ass out to vote, you guys need
Mhm.
to. But yeah, here no, you just stick them in the boxes, and it is
Yeah.
so much better,
Yeah.
and it works. And yeah, you have to wait because
Mhm.
yeah, I have loved all the fake outrage of like Los Angeles voted for a
The Spencer
Democrat.
Pratt
Right.
fiasco. I know. It's like, what? Twitter isn't actually in a poll? Oh
Right.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Spencer Pratt got exactly the same percentage that Trump got in the last election.
I know.
Again, can we make our shocked faces?
Right.
I can't
Come.
believe the New York Post was not accurate about this. This is just shocking.
Right.
Oh God, you guys, this fucking
Uh,
world, this world, this
mhm.
timeline. Um, this when Lawrence and I were talking about this summer and what we wanted to do, I was like, we have to keep going with Fucked Up Friday because at this point it's like a it's the word I'm looking for. Like I feel like we'll be able to do a dissertation of the
Mhm.
devolution of our society
Right.
and our by looking
As
at
tracked through Fucked Up Friday
as
stories.
tracked through Fucked Up Friday stories because we cover cross genre and sometimes we do these very deep international news deep dives. Other times it's personal and small. Sometimes every now and then we have a sort of funny one. But I have mine ready. Should
Sure,
I
go
jump
for
in and
it.
go next?
Yeah, I,
I'm
I
very
Mine
can
is
jump
interested
in
in
and
this
tell
one.
Yolanda D that yes, indeed, I am in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
yes.
Indiana.
Good. Gosh, there's so many folks in the chat today. It is so good to see you all. So hi, thank you for being here. So I'm going to do a little storytelling because that's what I do. Last night, I was like, I should buckle down and clean the house and do some work. And I was like, actually, no, I'm going to go out and treat myself to dinner. And I'm going to take my laptop with me and get out of my home. And I did. At first, I walked and was going to go to this place to watch the game with my dog because they allow dogs, but she wasn't really having it. So we came home. And Lawrence, you know where I went? Where do I go?
I mean, the place that sprang to my mind was Ocho, but you probably didn't go to Ocho.
No, no, no. I went to Gainsbourg.
Oh, nice.
I went to our spot,
Did you see my
and
ex?
I did not see your ex. But
Mhm.
you know, I
Fuck that guy.
fuck that guy. You know, I one day I will because that's still my place. But I walked in and I love this place. I've been there countless times. I never see people I know there. I don't know why. But this night I ran into friends of mine, a couple who were out on like a date night, and they were like, and they're super fun people. Come join us. And my friend Amina just became a paid subscriber to my work on Substack.
Oh,
She had all these questions, and I told her about Fucked Up Friday, and she was like, "I have a story for you." And I was like, "Amina, I'm going to use your story." And so it's layered. I had planned to talk about. I'm going to do a Lawrence and talk about the two rejects first. I had planned to talk about the big anti-feminist Talking Points USA conference that happened last weekend,
Hmm.
where all of these women are willing to stand for the patriarchy. All these women who have worked very hard outside the home,
mhm.
like Erica Kirk, and have these positions of leadership and immense wealth and privilege, to then go tell young women they should subordinate to their husbands and stay home because that's gross.
Mhm.
But I wrote a note about that yesterday. It's not my pitch. What Amina's story was contrasting the stories of two women who have been very famous for a very long time, and both stories came in an egregious light, and one of them was well deserved, and the other was not. And so the was not one was Madonna. I hadn't even heard about this, but she has a new record coming out. She is 67 fucking years old, you guys,
Right. Dude, I
and
listened to
she's
one of the tracks off the new album. It's pretty fucking good. Like it's very
yeah,
EDM-y. And oh, maybe this is your story. I don't know. But like in the video, her pussy glows. Is that the outrage of
that
the
is not
story?
my story, but
Oh,
I
okay.
did not know that, and I'm gonna go find that link.
Googling.
I'm all about glowy
Yeah,
pussies.
she's like walking around in like stilettos and everything,
Huh?
and you can kind of tell she's walking like a 67-year-old woman, but like her pussy is literally glowing the entire time she's walking. Like as she walks on the ground, there's a it's she like the ground
Although,
is glowing from the light of her pussy as she walks.
It says she has
wow.
vagina lasers.
And I was like, Madonna, you know what? Mad props. I love you, girl. Like at 67, you're like, no, not only does it still work, it fucking glows. It's magic, okay?
That's hilarious. I
Is
Right.
it
love it.
working? Yeah, it works.
So this is related to the criticism. She did a show, I guess, hadn't even heard about this, but I Googled it. Times Square, she did like a surprise pride dance party. And instead of people being like, fuck yeah, you queen, she is, I mean, like Lawrence, back me up here, but as far as I know, she has always been there championing LGBTQIA rights. And now
$1,000,000,000%.
she has a show and she's like, party on, I'm giving you a dance party. And instead of people rejoicing in that, they're like, she's old, she should sit down. She might hurt herself. She put her leg over a barricade and I was scared because she's old. And I'm like, y'all, she is in better physical fucking shape than any of us.
Right. She's
Any
been
of
doing
you
like
young
Pilates for 100 years. Like, not only does her pussy glow, she could crack a walnut with that vagina. Are you kidding me? Like,
right. I just, can we please stop? Like, I mean, Madonna so my friend's point was Madonna's doing what Madonna has always done. The people were like, she should be knitting a sweater and acting her age. And she's like, or like acting with more dignity, more elegance. And it's like, that's not who Madonna is. She's still showing up and throwing a party, and a very queer focused party, because that's who she is and what she's been. And we should be rejoicing and not coming down on her. But the woman we should be coming down on, and did, but maybe not hard enough, is Gwyneth fucking Paltrow.
Jeez, what did she do now?
Gwyneth may be like Elon Musk. She might need a GoFundMe. And here's why. I mean, there's Goop and her like, Yanni eggs and all the way her vagina scented candle that sells for I don't even know how much money. She did an ad this week, Lawrence, for an Israeli high-rise luxury condo. Did you not hear about this? Let me go find the link.
Oh, God.
I have a
Is it
CNN
being
link.
built on the Gaza Strip?
It is not on the Gaza Strip. I thought that it was when we talked about it last night, but research seems to indicate it is not on the Gaza Strip, thank goodness. But still, here the article headline is Gwyneth Paltrow faces online backlash for starring in luxury Israel real estate ad. The 53-year-old actress appears in the promotion for 51 Park, a 51-story real estate project in the coastal city of, I'm going to mispronounce this, Herzliya, just north of Tel Aviv. In the ad, which was shot in New York and released this week, Paltrow says, there's a reason the world's most iconic buildings are by a park, 51 Park. Asked if the building was in New York, she says it's in Herzliya, Israel. And it's a free country, Gwyneth. If you need some extra money and you had to do some advertising, maybe the Goop thing isn't working so well. She's worth like $200 million by a quick Google search. So I'm being very, very tongue-in-cheek with the money
That's nothing
thing.
compared to Elon.
Nothing. I mean, she's probably feling a little like, am I set up for retirement in the way I wish to live my life if I only have $200 million? Here is a woman who like was born with immense privilege, right? She's like born of Hollywood royalty, tied up with, I was about to say Epstein, with
somebody in the chat just called her the bad white witch.
The bad white witch. Oh my God. Right? She has this, she's like beautiful by every standard, Academy Award winning. I don't know what went on with her with Harvey Weinstein and how that, I know she spoke up against it, but she is not someone who I have seen using her immense privilege for good. She uses it to hawk, vaginal strength Yanni eggs and very expensive skincare to very wealthy women, which, I mean, good for you for having a second career, I guess, and content strategy on Goop that's working really well. But like, you've made all this money, you're now getting a bit older, maybe do something good with that privilege. But no, she is using it she's not taking an active stand against Israel's war actions, but she is underlining and condoning it by advertising. It's so tone deaf at a minimum. With her like austere blonde beauty to just be like, these are the ultimate luxury. They're in Israel. There's nothing controversial about the fact that they're in Israel. I just want to make some money advertising for 51 Park. Like,
Yeah, so Jay
what?
Bagger in the comments is saying it's in Israel proper. There's nothing disputed about that. What's wrong with all of you? Oh, okay. I mean, only that Israel is currently perpetrating a genocide in the Gaza Strip and also convinced our idiot fucking president, Donald Trump, to go to war with Iran. And is, let's see, what else? Also
How much
seeking to
harm?
unify all military intelligence services with the United States. Like, there's a lot
Yes,
wrong.
there's a lot wrong. And
Yeah.
also, as
And two
American
shoes are here,
Jews,
right? Like
yeah,
Jewish, not anti-Semitic, very anti-Netanyahu, very, very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very, very anti-Netanyahu.
yes. And the immense harm that he has done to the Jewish diaspora across the world. The way that, um,
Anti-Semitism is growing by leaps and bounds in the
yes,
world, and it is very much because Netanyahu is making us all look like fucking monsters. So,
Mm-hmm.
Jay Bager, you're welcome to support Israel and Netanyahu. You will not find a sympathetic ear here.
thank you, Lawrence. So, yes, that's my fucked up Friday pitch. It's sort of a, a broad, the women we exalt and the women we come down on for all the wrong reasons. But this one, she has been called out, but not as loudly as I would like. I don't think you had heard the story, right, Lawrence? And you're like a news junkie.
Yeah.
This should
I
be,
hadn't heard it.
you guys hadn't heard it. Like,
Mm.
shame on you, Gwyneth. Like, go find a better hobby. Go, you don't need the money from this. And yeah, I
know. One more person with a big platform not using it. That's every day. I have problems with that.
yeah,
I mean, honestly,
and
like,
using it to do harm, to promote something that is in a place that shouldn't be exalted as a place of, I'm becoming inarticulate now. I think I've made my point a few times, but that's my fucked up Friday story. I'm going to pass the mic over to you, Ellie, because you have one that I'm very intrigued by, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, I just came up with this one this morning because I was like, you know what? I needed something lighter just because this week has felt very heavy. And I could have done a million different Epstein stories, and I was like, no, I'm going to Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, on a farm, there's a 1,500-pound rare albino buffalo that people started to notice looked different, looked interesting, looked familiar. It was then, because of its popularity, it was moved to a zoo. This is the quote from a student who visited this rare albino buffalo at the zoo. He says, "There is a resemblance to Donald Trump in its eyes, hairstyle, and skin color," said Mohammed Nassim, a student at Dhaka. And just as Donald Trump has a distinctive personality and lifestyle, this buffalo, after going viral, is now living a similar kind of life, enjoying a lot of attention and special treatment. So this rare albino buffalo that has it's got like a Bieber comb over. It looks very Trumpy. Was supposed to be slaughtered. Okay, so they have the festival of Eid al-Adha, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I used 2 YouTube videos to practice that one. It was supposed to be slaughtered and sacrificed, right, for this festival. The zoo curator, because he was calling this Donald Trump the rare albino buffalo, this was now its name, was fired Saturday without an official cause. But people said they thought they named him in poor taste. Giving a farm animal the name of one of the world's most influential leaders was certainly the wrong thing to do, said a Dhaka resident who visited the zoo to see the buffalo anyway. Seems disrespectful, and I think the farmer who did this made a poor decision. However, there's the Donald Trump cow.
Oh my God.
It does
This is not AI. This is literally the buffalo.
Okay.
And that is his
Okay,
It's a little more like Eric Trump than Donald.
A little, or it's got a bit of a Bieber thing going on, like a early 2000s Bieber
thing.
I can see the Trump in it. So because of this,
oh my God,
the buffalo's glowing personality, It was saved from the slaughter and
It's a
moved
modern. Oh
back.
my gosh.
Yeah, it was moved back to the zoo. So Donald Trump, the buffalo, is now back at the zoo, and you can go see him for yourself in Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Aw.
Oh
That is
my
like
God. That
for
is
you.
so. This is a modern day Charlotte's Web.
Right. Right.
This is some pig, right?
Some pig. And the poor thing, I mean, what a
So
thing to be named after. But still, I do see the resemblance. I see it in the eyeballs. You know, it got a little bit of a
Yeah.
little piggy squint. And
I
definitely there.
completely see it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I do maintain though that it looks a smidge more like Eric Trump than
Yeah,
Donald.
well, Donald Trump did look like Eric once upon a time.
That's
They
true.
look a
That's
lot
true.
alike.
Like it's a
Mhm.
young Donald Trump.
Yeah. Little squinty,
Oh
little
my God. This is
sexually
kind of like
deviant.
one of these weeks, maybe one of the weeks this summer, Lawrence, we should make it like fun, lightweight, like happy news.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this belongs there alongside the story that I sent you two last night. I don't know if you had a chance to see it because it was late for you two. Before we vote, I do want to share this with the audience. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can
go for it.
find. I'm looking for the link.
Thomas on YouTube says it took 22 veterinarians to examine him. That's a good deep cut, Thomas.
That is so funny.
Every 6 months.
I know. Lawrence, if I send you a link, are you able to put it up on the screen?
Yeah, I don't, maybe, I don't know. I tried to do that for Amped Up yesterday and it didn't work so well.
Oh, okay. I texted it. Oh, wait, you don't have text on your phone. I will just share it here in the or on your laptop. I'm going to just share it here in the chat if I can come back here and find it. The story is that, and the chat crashed again. You all are great. That just means you're commenting a lot. It means that Substack didn't make a very good product because every day we deal with it's crashed out so bad I can't even hit refresh.
Nancy
the story
wonders if did the cow have swollen hooves?
I know.
They put little gloves on so we couldn't see all the all the bruising.
Illegitimate calves. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. The story I'm trying to share here is that some goddamn hero with a lot of patience did some work on the National Mall. And from an aerial view, they're starting to see that it says 8647 in the grass. Like they're killing the grass.
Yes, I want to know how they're doing that, like what they're putting down, and I'm just so curious about
Probably
this.
just like Roundup, right? But if you have a pattern and you just come back each day and you're like, do 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 do, like it looks like you're drinking like a Coke, but you're actually seeding the ground.
Yes.
With something. I put the link
amazing.
in. If you look at the picture, it's
you
can
see all the numbers.
The 8 is really showing.
Yeah.
The 7 is showing a little bit, and I find that the 6 and the 4 you kind of have to squint, but it's definitely intentional and it's huge.
It's the whole grassy
the whole
area.
lawn. Yeah. So I don't know who is doing this, but
were they caught or were they just like casually going and coming back? And I don't think
they know who did it. According to this article, they just noticed it.
It's magical.
Yeah. It's etched in grass. It looks like the grass is drying out. It looks like it's dying on the 8. Right. It's like yellowish.
If you're going to vandalize the property, don't charge the U.S. taxpayers to do it, right? That's what Donald Trump's job is. He's going to vandalize his own property and charge us. They're not charging us anything, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, the Secret Service and FBI deferred comment to the U.S. Park Police, who the agency said was handling the investigation into the markings. Oh, very big truck going by. Okay. That it made my house shake. Yeah. EarthCam captures the phrase 8647 gradually appear on the National Mall. Oh, there's like a time lapse if you scroll down in this story, you guys. It's on CNN.
I wonder if it's like an organization. Like everybody's just different. It can't be all couple of people. It's got to be like a major group that's coming through and doing it.
You're on 6 duty. All of you are on the 6 duty, but you have to have like a mental map of where it has to go. But how hard can that be to do? Probably not that hard.
I mean, they must have kind of a GPS. Like they probably set up a GPS for their
GPS.
They can look.
Yeah, that's smart. It looks like I'm trying to get the image up on the screen, and of course it's not cooperating. But yeah, like the eight, it looks very intentionally sort of like bitmappy. Like they
Yeah.
clearly knew where they were supposed to stand for each kind of
Yes,
Hmm.
little dot in the eight. That's pretty impressive.
right. And I mean, I'm sure there's security cameras galore, but like, I, I, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to find people who are like gently dripping their fertilizer. Maybe if they were smart, they just put it on the soles of their shoes and like change
I
their
know that's what
shoes
I was thinking. Like
and
maybe they have like
stomped.
a little
Ooh.
squirty thing, like a little tube that squirts it down to their shoes once they get out there, and they can just go around. I don't know. There you could get very inventive.
Whatever you're doing, you have my gratitude. I think this is hilarious and exactly the comic relief and the kind of not obeying in advance that we need to see. I love it.
Yeah.
We should have everyone vote. For those of you who are new to Fucked Up Friday, the way this works now, you have heard our three pitches. And we're going to ask you all to vote by putting the name in the chat of the person whose story you are voting for. So if you want to vote for Lawrence, and I'm not even going to do this justice, the fact that in Ohio there are 100 people who working in voter advocacy. What was the name of the organization they were working for? It was the Cleveland City one.
Yeah, it's sorry. I'm trying to save this fucking picture, and it is really fucking up my computer. Actually,
Our Kingdom for an admin producer sort to help us.
Jesus Christ, I literally don't know what I did, but I've lost control of my mouse. So,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah,
Friday.
We'll just go on for you. So if you want to vote for Lawrence and the 100 people who have been subpoenaed and their phones taken because they had the audacity to try to help people register to vote for their jobs or volunteer work, put Lawrence in the chat. If you want to vote for Gwyneth Paltrow and the fact that she is using her immense platform to hawk high-end real estate in Israel, a country that is committing genocide, et cetera, vote for Dana. And if you want to vote for Trump, the cow, the Trump buffalo in Bangladesh, and that this poor farmer got fired for saving this buffalo's life, a la Wilbur the pig in Charlotte's Web, put Ellie in the chat. And because Lawrence lost control of his mouse, I'm going to come over here. We have our, Price Waterhouse in the back tabulating. Oh, Chris says that I win for 8647.
Yeah,
But
right.
that's not fucked up news. That's like happy, hopeful news. But
Ellie's getting a lot of votes. It's kind
You're
of
getting a
between
lot of
me and
votes too,
Ellie at the
Lawrence.
so are
moment.
you, Lawrence. For the record,
call it a
Lawrence, you have my
tie.
vote.
Call
Because
it a tie.
Yep, I see. Hey, someone here voted Dana. Does that was like our Wednesday episode when we had all the Danas on the show?
Right.
Well,
We literally did that on Wednesday. Dana.
yes. Cool. I love this from Courtney. Lawrence for Fucked Up Friday, Ellie for Fund Up Friday.
Yes.
I think that is
I
perfect.
think Lawrence wins. I think he wins.
I do too. I see a few late votes for me, and I do appreciate that. The 8647 on the mall is amazing news. I know. In fact, I think I'm going to go post a note about it right before I leave for work once this ends, because it's so good. We all need to know about it. Yeah, Dana and vote. I'm getting a few votes for the 8647, which I love that. And then the Trump Buffalo, very close. Thank you, Tammy. Wanda missed your story, Lawrence. The nutshell of it, Wanda. Do you want to say it, Lawrence, or should I?
Yeah, it's so the FBI raided a civil rights and voting organization group called the Ohio Organizing Collaborative, a pro-democracy organization that helps register voters in the state, predominantly black and low-income voters. So, yeah, nothing, no big whoop, just the FBI raiding actual voting rights organizations right before a major election.
Lawrence, you have my vote. That terrifies me.
Yeah,
that is just blatantly like, oh hell no.
Mm-hmm.
But Ellie, you do win for like the best laugh of the day because that buffalo is amazing. We are absolutely going to put that photo in the show recap when we send that out. I love it.
And if you can find the article, that photo is actually a video, so there's more there.
Nice. Oh, look, and I finally got the 8647. Oh, nope, did I? Hang
No,
on.
We're back to the cow.
That's a jump cow.
There
Oh,
we
there
go.
it is.
There it is. You can see it.
Oh,
It'd be fun if it just kept getting darker and darker and darker.
it
and,
will
you
if they
just
don't.
know
I mean,
where-
yeah. Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, it's just so magical. It's so good. They're using some kind of tool because it is those
Right,
circles
see the way that
are
it's
very
like
specific.
the 8 in particular, like you can tell with the 8 that they're standing in a spot and then like spraying or something around them in a circle.
Yep, that's 6 too. You can see the dots.
Yeah.
Yep, that's like this is where you
Oh.
stand.
Mother Nature, have your way with this. I hope they can't get rid of it. I hope it's like for at least for this season. That
What
like
if it's just
even,
like something they poke in the ground and it has a diameter from out what they kill?
yeah.
That would be way easy to do. Oh,
yeah, it's hard to see the 4. You're right, King Ravet. It
Yeah.
you can see the one line going down, but it'll get darker. I mean, if it's weed killer, which I assume it is, you can buy that at the hardware store. Like, I love this. I wonder how long they've been at it. And they've just been every day like, can we see it yet? Can we see it yet? The 8's starting to come in, you guys. I see it. How long till people notice? And
yeah.
here we are. That's
That's
Brett. That is, yeah, hero of the month. It's the alternative park service. It's we don't want to start rumors, Lynette. But this is
We do
something
love
that
them.
we do love the alternative park
Amazing.
service.
Yeah.
And I feel certain that they will probably share this if they haven't already on their socials because this is so good. And with this, Lawrence, this ends our weekly 5-day-a-week programming, at least until
least for now.
September. We are going, in case anyone missed the news, the Daily Whatever show for summer vacation will be 1 day a week. It will be every Friday. It will be right here, same time, same place. We are still working on our lineup for summer. It will be a very good one. And Lawrence and I have approximately 10,000 million projects that we want to bring to life. And a lot more sleep on my end here on the West Coast that I'm hoping to get. I also have a final summer with my oldest child living at home before she leaves for college, and I want to be present for that. There are all kinds of reasons, but we love all of you. We mean it, and please.
Can I do one plug before we go, which is
We can do all
my
the plugs.
latest article is live on Blue Amp Media now, and it is called "You Can't Opt Out of AI, You Never Could." Inspired by a question that Dana asked me, and when I did the research, I realized if you want to opt out of AI, you are about 2 decades too late, friend. You have been swimming in AI for years. We all have. 99% of Americans use AI.
Whether they know it or not.
Whether
it's like
you know it or
Palmolive,
not.
Lawrence. Like is it Palmolive, the old ad? You're soaking in it, you know.
You're soaking in it. Yeah. Madge.
Yeah. We can't get away from bad Gen X ad references, and we can't get away from AI. If I can do a little pitch, I will first say, please go. If you are not already subscribed to Ellie Leonard, are you even on Substack?
Oh my God! Right? Are you even real? Are you even a person? Go
her work
subscribe
is
to Ellie.
so important.
Thank you.
Please go subscribe to Ellie. I will also do a pitch to please go subscribe to Lawrence and to I Write Out Loud to me. So you can keep up with all of our mischief and advocacy work and creative output this summer. We definitely, I know a lot of you folks already are, but in case you are not, please come subscribe to us. You can just click in the upper left corner. It has our 3 names and it usually just says subscribe. It'll just, you will be free subscribed, no charge, but you'll be subscribed to us. You will know all of the shenanigans we get up to. And yeah, I'm gonna miss this so much, Lawrence. Even though I know we need the break.
Every Friday.
Yes, we will be back every Friday. I am working on next Friday's guest. I haven't even told you about the person I'm hoping we're going to. Yeah, we've got a few people. Their plans, their schemes behind the scenes. So it's all going to be good. Ellie, there could not have been a better person.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad we're all in cahoots. This has been really good, and
Yes.
I'm excited to see what you guys do over the summer. And I will let me blow them up as much
Thank you.
Thank you. That is amazing. We love you.
Wonderful.
We do. Please tune in today. Ellie's going to be all over Substack today. She's on with Dodd. She's on with Dodd and Waj, which is like,
yeah.
How do you even pick? And then tonight, I love this work you're doing where you are simply reading verbatims from the Epstein files so that everyone
That's amazing.
can hear them.
Thank you.
And will that be on your personal Substack, that one?
That will be on my Substack. I think it's going to be on Blue Amps as well. And then that'll go out to YouTube and it'll do the StreamYard thing. So it'll go a few different places.
Yeah. I love that. I know the first time you did it at the Daily Whatever Show and Banner Backbone, a bunch of us rebroadcast it to try to get the word out. And I was like, oh, with the way Substack only allows 3 people on a live now, I don't think we helped you. I think we bifurcated it. So if we could blast it to help, we would, because the work is so important. Thanks, Substack, for kneecapping our ability to all throw our weight behind a single live stream. We want people to be there with you live so that you can answer questions. So please tune into Ellie. Just pretty much spend your whole day with Ellie at night.
And if you need a break, please take a break.
We love you all.
All right.
We love you all. Mean it.
Thanks. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Bye. Mwah.